Ultimate team, ultimate team, ultimate team. I don't know about this one. What up, family? You already know who it is, and you know what we're here to talk about, College Ultimate Team. But before we do all that, listen, I want to thank God for giving me the vision to do this, and I want to thank you for helping me get to over 500 subscribers in such a short time. Man, without you, there is no me, and I deeply appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, you already know what I'm about to ask you to do. Comment, like, subscribe. It's only a thumb movement, and it helps me out tremendously. Now look, I will be giving away the deluxe edition to College Football 25 Friday, July 12th to one of my lucky subscribers, and it could be you. Now let's get into this info. Now for everybody new to Ultimate Team, I know it's on Madden, but if you're new to Ultimate Team, I'm just going to explain to you real quick what it is. It's basically fantasy football on steroids. You're able to take any player from the past and put them on your team to make your team better than what they are. So that's basically what it is in a nutshell. So getting started, since EA has a license with the NFLPA already, all the NFL players will automatically be into this game. So you don't have to do anything special. They're going to be able to use their name, image, and likeness to put them inside of the College Football Ultimate Team. So you're going to see players from Madden, and you're going to see them back in this game, and also current players that are actually playing in college to have them come together and combine for your school. Now, the generated team that you're going to get was going to be familiar players to your school for the most part, depending on how many successful players came from that school or had successful careers. Just like MUT, you're going to have to go ahead and complete challenges and things like that to get better cards, coins, to improve your team. So speaking about challenges and objectives, you're going to start the season with over 100 challenges that you can do to improve your team. Now, this is going to be season-based just like MUT. So you're going to have season 1, 2, and 3. But initially when the game drops, you're going to have over 100 challenges that you can do to improve your ultimate team. And they also have the Field Pass, where the Field Pass basically is as you gain XP, there are going to be certain packs that will be released to you, certain players, coins, training points, rewards. All these things will happen within that Field Pass. So basically MUT, just with college uniforms. And you know it wouldn't be Ultimate Team without coins, and you know what you use the coins for the auction house and to buy packs within the store. Sounds familiar? It should. And also, building your lineup, just like in MUT. I'm going to keep saying that because for those who play it, they know the familiarization of both. So just like there, you'll be able to build your lineup, and you can set it up to where you can have the best overall team, or you can try to set it up to make sure you have the best chemistry. And if you know what chemistries are, that gives you certain edges and certain boosts and certain attributes depending on the chemistry that your team could have together. Now, scheme chemistry, that's where you're building toward a play style. There's going to be over 19 different schemes, 10 for offense and 9 for defense. So these are going to be the different schemes that you can use within the game. So you're going to basically be selecting players that fit your scheme for you to run. Now we got to talk about playbooks. There's over 134 playbooks that fit within those 19 schemes. So whatever playbook you choose is going to be within those individual schemes that they have. Now, I know what you're thinking. So you telling me I got to go to the auction house and buy coins and continuously keep buying playbooks till I find the right one? No, you do not. They thought ahead since they had so many, right? So what you can do now is you can go to the challenges tab. Once you go to the challenge tab, you go ahead and do a offensive scheme trial, and you get to run through playbooks and styles and schemes, and you can do a defensive play style so that you can go through and run through these schemes. And when you find what you like and what makes sense to you and what you're trying to do, then you can go and take that same scheme and that information and go to the auction house and buy the playbook that you need to run that system. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of hard. That's a dub. Okay, so look, team chemistry, right? I know what you're thinking, because you like, yo, these players, unless they transfer, is only going to have a few teams to play with that they can actually use. Well, they thought ahead of that too. So what they did was, once you're able to unlock the team chemistry bucket, then you're able to pick whatever school you want them to have to be a part of. Now, I know Ohio State fans are dying to unlock Desmond Howard from Michigan to put him in an Ohio State jersey because, they want all the great players because that's what we got. But, you're able to do that. You won't see me using it. I'm just telling you now. But it's a possibility if you want to do that. So taking a look at player items, this color scheme has been used for just about every game we've ever played. But the items is going to go just like this with this color scheme. So common is going to be gray. Uncommon, green. Rare is going to be blue. Epic is going to be purple. And legendary is going to be gold. So obviously, we've seen this color scheme 100 times over, and that's what they're going to use. And when you're looking at your player items, you can easily flick the right stick and it'll flip all your cards over so you can see all their attributes and what they have on the back of them and player abilities. It's a quick access for you to see it. So I think that makes it a lot easier. But you can still also click on every individual card and see the complete attributes as a whole too as well. So it's really up to you, but you got options. Now, it wouldn't be EA if we wasn't talking about abilities. So, of course, in Ultimate Team, they do have abilities, right? But the way that the abilities are applied, just like in MUT, what you're going to do is certain cards will get certain abilities, right? And when they get these abilities, you're going to use that same AP system, which means that there is a cap, but you're going to use the same AP system to activate those abilities, right? So that's what you're going to do when it comes to using abilities. Now, if you're wondering how you unlock these abilities, come on, good old-fashioned training points. You're going to have that. And how do you get training points? By selling your cards, quick selling your cards to get training points to build them up. So again, everything is going to revolve around itself. Everything that you feel like you can discard or throw away, go ahead and sell it and get them training points so you can go ahead and unlock abilities for other players. Now let's talk Ultimate Alumni. Now, these will be some of your better cards in the game. And when we get it at the start of the game, if you bought the deluxe edition, you will get your choice of an ultimate player as well. So understand, Ultimate Alumni is going to be your special cards. And then they have this thing called Conference Stories of the Week. So basically, whatever amazing games that happen throughout that conference or your favorite conference that happen throughout that week, they'll recreate that so that you're able to play that out in your own manner. I think that's kind of dope. Then they have something called In Case You Missed It, which is basically a history lesson of what's happened throughout the era since we didn't have college football. Unless you were born within that time, I'm pretty sure everybody pretty much knows what happened, but still a nice touch to give everybody who may not be as in tune with college football some information that they need to know. And then we got good old-fashioned legends. Now, what is legends? Obviously, you should know. Legends are players that were considered some of the all-time greats at every individual school. And so those will come out weekly, just like MUT. Oh, okay. Just like MUT, they will come out weekly. And as they come out, you will be able to spend coins through the auction house to try to get them. They will not be something you can just complete a challenge and get. You're definitely going to spend coins because that's how it's set up. Just to let you know. And then we got live events, which is basically just a tab that keeps you up to date with everything that's dropping for specific programs throughout the year. So if you're kind of confused and you don't know really what's happening, or you stepped away and you came back, you can go to this tab and it'll tell you in sequence what's going on and what's happened within that time frame. And within that same tab is going to be the field pass, where you can go ahead and check to see your progression with the XP that you got to see what you're close to unlocking or what you have already unlocked. They also have this little thing called the orientation tab, which is basically going to help you if you're new to Ultimate Team. This is sort of like a guide to help you step by step understand all the things you should be doing and basically just all the things you can do within Ultimate Team. Now, it wouldn't be Ultimate Team without sets. Now, what is sets? Sets is where basically you take lower overall players and you put them into a set or a group, maybe a group of 4, and you put those cards in, not to get them back, but you put those cards in. And when you put those cards in, you'll get a new pack of a higher overall card. Now, it's not necessarily going to be an extremely higher overall card, but it's going to be better than the 4 you put in there. So I can tell you that. Now, from playing MUT, I can also tell you this. Only time that really helps you is when you're trying to complete specific sets for a special event that they have going on. That's where you get the better cards. But most of the time, you're just going to end up burning good cards for other cards. But if you have duplicates, then obviously you can use those duplicates for that. But if they're high overall duplicates, I usually burn them for training. So the choice is yours. Now we got new ways to play. So they got this solo season, where you basically playing the computer. But if you go 5-0, you get the first round bye, you in the playoffs, and you do earn XP and coins and points for it. So it's not pointless. It's a way to build your team up if you don't want to, i.e., play somebody. Then you still have solo battles where you end up playing players' best teams that are out there, and you play them for points depending on what you do. So let's talk head-to-head season. Basically, you're going to have a season against nothing but users. After you play against the users, depending on how your record is, you'll go to the playoffs and possibly a national championship. I'm pretty sure this is going to be tier-based because they have the same sort of system in MUT to where you start off at below and you work your way up. So I would say probably freshman, and it'll go all the way up to Heisman. So that's what that is. Head-to-head sounds pretty dope. They also have a squad season. And if you like playing with your players and your homeboys, then guess what? One can run the offense, one can run the defense, and you can be on the field together, and y'all can all make calls and play calls, and try to win a national title together as 3. So either way, think that's a nice touch. So let's talk Gauntlet. Now this is crazy. It's sort of like Weekend League, just not as many games. You are trying to win 10 games. I repeat, 10 games. But you can only lose 1 in that process. If you lose 2, you're done. Gauntlet drops every Friday. And basically, what you're trying to do is get to those 10 wins. And if not, you'll get certain rewards on the way. But if you can get to that 10, obviously you're going to get a greater reward than if you don't. But that's Gauntlet. Now, how do you qualify for Gauntlet? You got 2 ways. You can pay coins, or you can play this thing called Champs. So Champs is going to be 20 games. And you need to win 16 to get a pass to go ahead and get a free entry into Gauntlet. Now, the Champs only happens on Thursdays. It resets every Thursday for you to go ahead and play those 20 games to try to get 16 wins. If you don't get those 16 wins, then you coming out of pocket, my boy. Then they got this thing called Touchdown Tango. It's kind of weird, but basically, for you to get a first down, it's 25 yards instead of 10. You get a touchdown, it's not worth 7, it's worth 14. And if you go up 2 touchdowns, basically, because that'll put you up 28 points, the game's over. You immediately win. So that's Touchdown Tango in a nutshell. Then they have the overtime mode, where basically you're playing against another user in overtime rules, where you get the ball in the 25 and you try to score, and vice versa. And you keep going till somebody stops somebody and somebody wins. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, that would help you if you end up in overtime games. So it's like to prepare yourself for what you need to do in those situations. And I feel like that's a slick way to really help you work on your red zone offense. So, nice touch. So what are my thoughts? My thoughts are what I told you. Ultimate Team was going to be Ultimate Team, again, just with a few different twists to it. But it's basically the Ultimate Team we've become accustomed to. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's something we used to. Now, what I can say is, once they add the championship series to it, because you know it's coming. May not be this year, maybe next year, but you know it's coming. And they add that pro level to it, I think that's when that Ultimate Team for college is really going to take off. So let me know, how do you feel about this Ultimate Team? What is your take on it? Yay or nay? Like, you let me know. Talk to your boy in the comments. You know I'm going to respond to you if you holler at me. And if you haven't subscribed, what you waiting for? Go and hit that button. Ain't nothing but a thumb movement. And come get a seat at the cookout table with your unc, man. You already know I'm finna be here. And if ain't no one told you that they love you today, like I always say, just know that Jesus loves you. Peace and love.